This week on our farm in Portugal, we start to prepare for summer and explore the last few pieces of the farm that previously we haven't been able to access. We're blessed with the generosity of neighbours once more and shift priorities to projects that'll take life that little bit more outdoors before disaster strikes. And let's not forget the all-important competition to name our rock. We name our winner and cannot thank you enough for all of your entries and stories. You guys are the very best. We are the newbies, John, Tara and Crusoe, and we've been living an extraordinary life, committed to making our minutes and seconds count. For the last 2 years, we've been living in vans and travelling the world.
Something's just happened.
I could be wrong, but I think this is
Crusoe has already been to 23 countries on 4 continents. We have fed giraffe, faced down elephants, kayaked with humpbacks,
a spray coming up through.
and played with meerkats. We've taken some of the world's greatest hikes, visited the world's greatest cities, and seen some of nature's greatest spectacles. We even got married by a penguin, but that's another story. Now it's time for our biggest challenge yet. We've bought an abandoned farm in Northern Portugal, and our mission is to turn the overgrown wreck into an off-grid, sustainable place that we can call home. Join us and follow our journey. Be brave, think big, explore.
Let's get on with looking at what we've been up to this week. Summer is fast approaching here in Northern Portugal, and so that means everything needs to move outside. We have been busy.
One of the best things that happened to us this week was another visit from our neighbour Maria, who gave us all those lemons last time. This time she arrived with an enormous, beautiful bucket of flowers, and even though we can't actually communicate with language, we spent 2 hours with her showing us where and how to plant the treasures she'd brought for our garden. We are so grateful to her for her time and her generosity.
So I've just cleared out this whole area here, and I found some really cool stuff, and I want to show Tara this. Over in that jungle right there is something quite special.
Oh my goodness. That is pretty special.
I am aware, standing in here and looking at what we've got, that maybe on the video it doesn't look all that impressive, but underneath all of these vines, back here there's a stepped terrace of 2 different levels. One here, big rocks there, and then we've got this huge tall wall. It must be about 2.5, 3 meters high. What's that, 10 foot high, maybe more. Right in front of us, going up to another terrace. Now, wouldn't it be super cool to have a staircase that comes down from that upper terrace along the side of that little waterfall that we've got going on, dropping down onto this terrace here and through out onto that field. I'm just thinking out loud, oh, what a cool place for Crusoe to come and hide with his mates. I'm just so excited. Anyway, out we go.
You guys can't smell it, which is a shame, but this whole field is covered in mint. So as you're walking, there's this incredible smell. What I love about that is I've got plans for this space, which will mean that the mint is very welcome here. And I love that because it's kind of started as we mean to go on. But we'll tell you more about that a bit later.
What I love about this field, and a couple of others we're going to show you just now, is when we first came to look at the property, we couldn't see any of this. It was just completely overgrown with bamboo and really tall grass. We've cut it all back now so we can see a little bit more of what we've got here. All right, leaving this field behind, I love it. I think one day this is going to be our bestest, coolest, most exciting field. But for now, it remains just scrubland with intrigue and discovery. Anyway, Claire told me, I loved Who Knew Rock. What a great idea for a name. I love it, I love it, I love it. More to come. Let's go and have a look at a wild flower meadow that we've got on our lowest terrace.
And big thanks to Amy Hughes. We loved your recommendation of Rock of Ages.
Crusoe, got you an orange, dude. Hey, hang on.
What I especially love when coming down here is it's always full of life. There's so many different pollinators, from bees to beetles. There's amazing little spiders and stuff going on. I must have seen 4 or 5 different butterflies. We're trying to capture them, but they are always on the move, so quite tricky. But it's so special to have this kind of place, you know, to be in, but also just to leave Mother Nature to do her thing. So we're excited that we've got it, and we're excited that we're able to just look after it and be its custodians for years to come.
Look at what else we've discovered over here.
On my way. And there she is.
Of course, this rock is what else we've discovered on our trip. And last week we were asking you to name the rock. We'll let you know who's won that competition at the end of the episode. But Naomi, Leanne, you both came up with a really lovely idea. Paz or Peace Rock. We loved that one. Thanks very much.
One of the things we loved the most about the competition was when you guys shared stories with us about why you would call it certain names. We had so many moving stories shared, and we're so grateful to all of you for letting us be a part of those stories with you. One of them was from So Far So Good, and the suggestion was Grizzly Rock. We loved your story. Thank you for telling it to us.
We are on our way to Max Matt to get some bits and pieces for a project that we're going to do.
We're going to build an outdoor shower.
Yeah.
Which way, darling?
We go to the plumbing. Look, it's right in front of you. We need some pipes and other bits and pieces. We got the first bits, which is good.
So helpful when there's somebody who speaks English, because our Portuguese is pretty non-existent at the moment. So luckily we've got 2 guys helping us figure out how to get all these pieces to connect. Well, we were lucky to find these guys, weren't we? They've been an absolute saviour.
It's quite good fun, isn't it? But it's a lot of connections, because we're going from really old pipes that are dug under the ground that come from the well, and we're going from plastic to metal, and so there is a lot there. Anyway, we'll start connecting it when we get home and see how it goes.
Okay. Look at that beautiful rain. Oh, got all lucky. Right, Crusoe, you got your puddle suit on because it's plumbing and it's been raining. Okay, so here's the plan. Running from our well at the top of the property is a pipe that comes into this trough here. Now, at the moment, this trough pipe is controlled purely by propping that pipe up into the wire so that gravity stops the water coming out. So we pull it down, water comes out, we put it back up again, water stops. Seems like putting a tap on there is a good idea, right?
Yep.
So, first thing first is we're going to put a tap on here so that that's all sorted and just a neater solution. And then the exciting thing happens. We're going to run a pipe along here down to the bottom here, which is where we an last week. If you remember, we cleared the vines from there and we exposed this beautiful wall. So the vision is an outdoor shower on this grapevine stand on the edge here. I have got big visions for like a tiled terracotta floor, like outdoor tiles, or maybe even granite slabs. Not sure yet. The outdoor shower, we'll make it nice and private. We're going to build a screen out of the bamboo canes that we cut down at the bottom there. Eventually, I'd love to find a reclaimed bathtub and have a freestanding bath up out here. And maybe find a way to have hot water because no one really likes a cold bath. And make it into this beautiful like outdoor oasis bathroom. Today it begins with just the outdoor shower so that John can wash without taking muck into the house.
That's really the main reason, isn't it?
No, that might be your main reason, but that's my main reason is to have my dream outdoor bathroom. So this morning in the Max Mat, we had two guys helping us. Anyway, one of them disappeared going, no, I know what I'm doing, and returned with this. And it's a perfectly adequate shower, which I think, because it's so knackered in its box, was on sale. It cost us €10. And it kind of, well it is, it's exactly what we need. So, here's our shower. Where are we thinking? This pole?
The other one I think would be better,
The
yeah.
other. So, a shower here in this corner.
I love it.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
And hopefully in time these grapevines are going to just grow and make a full-on roof here. We'll flatten out the floor. We'll put down the tiles. I can see, like, imagine the bathtub in here. We can landscape this. We're hoping will one day be a lawn. There's an orange tree there, so your bath with oranges and grass.
So, let's put together a shower, shall we?
Stop talking about it.
Let's get on
This
with
is the
it.
bit I'm good at.
Yeah, you know. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's get going.
Hello, buddy.
Sorry, your son's playing Peep behind you.
So this is going to be here. So on this side, darling, or on which side do you think?
Could you put it on the corner?
No, I can't put it on the corner.
Okay.
It's either on this side or on this side.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Better.
If we put it on this one, we can go higher.
Okay, as long as we can get the angle coming into the bathroom like this, you know?
So I think like there would be a good idea,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. What you got there, buddy? Unfortunately, we've hit our first stumbling block.
We don't have electric close by to where we want to do the project.
What? There's a plug behind you there. Did you see that one by the shelf?
I did not. That will work. Yes.
Good job. That is a stroke of luck.
Well, it is definitely.
If that plug works.
If it works. Okay, let's try it. Moment of truth.
Yes!
Yes.
That's so lucky.
Yeah, that is very lucky. little bit later we'll want to tighten that, but not tightening it just yet because we don't know how high we want that to be.
A moment to appreciate a very contented toddler sat in a cable box with a pipe. Whoops! Oh, buddy, that's the end of your boat.
All right, so what we got there now, that's going to be how it goes. This pipe into there and then connecting with the plastic pipe. But we need to put a little inline tap. I've got one right here. So it's going to be like this.
Okay, so the next step is dig the pipe from the trough to the shower. What just happened?
That's just sheared off. It wasn't tight. I wasn't doing it tight, but I just tightened it a little bit. And that's it. It's sheared off. So that's bust. That's unlucky though. How can we use that still?
Have you managed to make a plan?
Yeah, I'm just going to build it. The fun thing about building an outside shower is if it leaks, the flowers are delighted. So there's incentive to make it poorly, I'd say. The geraniums are looking forward to my plumbing. So the next bit I'm going to do is sort out the tap. What I'm trying to do right now, because it's gravity fed water, we can't just switch it off. There's no stop button for this pipe. Once we lower that pipe down, it's going to start spewing out water. So what we want is to prepare everything ready so that when we do cut that pipe and water starts flooding out of it, we can just go clamp, and then both ends of where it needs to go up we can turn off. That's the plan. One of the things that I really dislike doing, and one of the reasons why that wall hasn't been fixed yet, is because I really hate plumbing. Like, I really hate it. Everything else, you can just do it and it all comes okay in the end. But plumbing, if you haven't got it exactly right, and most of the time I don't get it exactly right, if you haven't got it exactly right, what tends to happen is you don't know about it for like 8 weeks, and then suddenly something's broken somewhere, and the travesty is just so huge. When I cut that, it's just going to be a real mess. That's going to, as soon as I get through one part of that, it's going to be like water's going to start squeaking out of the sides of the pipe, and then that hole is going to fill up with water. Well, it's just like, okay, I've got to get all the way through the cut. By the time I've got all the way through the cut, there's going to be water all the way around here. And then I've got to slide it over the top and screw it together.
What do we do?
Oh, it's not a big drama.
Okay.
So it's not so much of a drama because, of course, that channel that I've dug is taking the water away and feeding some of the orange trees, but that's a really tricky angle that I've got going on there. A little bit stressful. So I've taken everything to pieces and I've put it on the end part, which is the difficult bit, and now I'm going to try and add it on the other bits. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, buddy, you and I got to leave Dad to it. Good luck, darling. definitely got a bit hectic there, my love.
Yeah, it's not easy. The space is small, the angles are hard. And the water just keeps on flowing, which is really great because that's exactly what we want. You know, that's one of the reasons why we bought this place, because the water is just all the time here. It's a real privilege to have that anywhere in the world, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Is water coming out the tap? Would you like me to switch it off?
Yeah. That's great.
Is that it?
No, there's leaks. I can see bubbles. Yeah.
What's been going on while you've been asleep, Crusoe?
All right, this is the last connection. Those ones up there seem to be working just fine now.
Good job,
I
love.
put a load of PTF tape on this one because actually I just tightened it up and it didn't work. So
Okay.
hopefully that'll solve the problem. Any drips? I think we're good, aren't we?
I think that looks good. And there's no dripping at the top.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done, darling. Where would you like to go digging, buddy?
Dig.
So it's not quite at the point where we can switch the shower on and see a great success and a job finished. But there is a lot of success. And with another trip to the hardware shop, I reckon we'll be just about there and we'll have an outside shower, which is good timing because I think tomorrow's a bit cold, today's a bit cold, and after that it is sunshine reggae and temperatures of 32 degrees. And what better way to spend days like that than with an outdoor shower?
We have so many big visions for this space of ours. Some of it sometimes feels indulgent and maybe a little bit crazy, like lawns and meditative healing aromatherapy gardens. But others are practical, exciting and important, and will bear us food and sustenance for our family, and mean that our family lives with a light footprint on this earth. It's all so exciting and we're impatient to see it come to life. But like all good things, it'll take time, effort, and a whole lot of love.
So, just as the weatherman promised, sunshine reggae.
Sunshine reggae.
And I'm pleased to report that everything is under control. There are no leaks. John has filled everything in, got it looking back to normal, and all the taps are working. So, we now have control over the water going into the trough.
Which is great. We didn't before.
Yeah, which is excellent. We've cleaned the trough so Crusoe can have a swim later.
Yep.
But come and have a look at this. Ta-da!
That's so cool. Go and test it.
Check that out. Well, the joy and celebration was short-lived.
Yeah, it was, and it was real celebration too, because it was quite a hard job to get all those pipes in the right place, tricky angles and all sorts. I was very proud of what we'd achieved that day.
But sadly, something has gone amiss and we have got no water on the property whatsoever.
Yeah, there's been sleepless nights since. There is a lot of water in the spring up the top of the field, so we just don't know what's going on.
Which is probably the most stressful part because it could be anything. And in a property this old that hasn't been looked after and hasn't been lived in for such a long time, anything could be happening. We've sent a desperate message to the plumber. It is the weekend. We hope he can come. But I don't know. We have to wait and see.
We have to wait and see. Fingers crossed, everybody.
I said thank you at the beginning, but I think it's really important that we say thank you again. We have been truly overwhelmed, but in a really good way, by the amount of people that are commenting on our videos, writing to us, encouraging us, being a part of this journey, and
Love it.
on this occasion, entering our little competition to name our rock.
Yeah, and when we thought about this idea for a competition, we were thinking, well, maybe we get one or two people give us an idea of what we should call the rock. And of course, as you all know, this is a rock that we're sat on that we didn't know that we had, that we discovered underneath a whole bunch of bamboo. We've had some really cool ideas for the name, including, hang on, where's that one? It's the Hidden Rock, or the Pedra Escondida. Pedra Escondida. Claudia, Helga and Christy, these were your ideas. We loved it because, of course, it was originally hidden.
It was. Too many people to mention had the idea of Newbie Rock, Crusoe's Rock,
Yeah.
Robinson's Rock.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that Progress Rock from Matteo, who's one of our patrons. So thanks, Matty. That's so cool.
Absolutely. Ali, you're being a little bit funny with your idea of pebble. That was quite good fun.
That was a good one.
Bit bigger than a pebble.
I love that one as well. Lana Taylor said Hercules, which is a link to the fact that John's mum is in the Isle of North Uist.
Yeah.
And there's a very cool story about a bear called Hercules. If you haven't heard the story or watched our video, then head back through the archives and check it out.
And of course, Evan T and a whole bunch of other Greeks. Thanks very much. Meteora is a great idea too.
I used to have a childhood friend I played hide and seek with. One day it took me ages to find him. I put a lot of effort into that game. Therefore, I think we should call the rock after him. His name is Colin.
Lisa, we love your story.
So
Colin
cool.
the Rock. Why not?
And the other one that was really fun was Isla, which is apparently the native name for the island where Robinson Crusoe was stranded for 28 years. 28 years? 28 years?
28 years,
28
years.
And Linda, so kind of you to say this. Call the rock undaunted, because as a family you're not intimidated or discouraged by difficulty, danger or disappointment. That's so kind of you to say. And I think that's the main thing with all of this is we can't believe how lucky we are to be building a community of people who are so supportive of what we're doing and so supportive and believing in our dreams with us and writing to us and just being a part of it. It's amazing. So thank you so much for joining us and for just being such really lovely people.
Important to say on that note, later down the line, we will be doing a question and answer episode. So if you've got any questions, we'll store them up for that episode too.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of other people that I want to shout out as well. Pazrot was a really lovely one. Leanne, I think we said that earlier. Matobo, a bunch of Zimbos mentioned Matobo for the name of the rock. Great
and
name.
Domboshawa was another one, which are both places in Zimbabwe, very iconic places in Zimbabwe, defined by their big granite boulders.
Yeah.
So that was very special.
Andrea and Maria, you said Rocky after Sly Stallone. Well, why not? Rocky, did. And like Tara says, if we didn't mention you, we have written you down. We've looked at everyone.
There were far too many for us to mention. We could make a whole video on it all.
Okay, all right. So drum rolls. Can you do a drum roll? That's not bad. That's not bad.
The winner is
Newbie Rock.
No, I thought we agreed on Robinson's Rock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Hang on. We'll be back. Give us a second. We'll have a chat. All right. Okay. What did you say?
What did you say, buddy? Okay. Very quiet that was, but we think Crusoe has chosen Robinson's Rock.
Robinson's Rock. I've got a list of people, and it's not an exhaustive list because there are a whole bunch of you that did say Robinson's Rock. Victor, Paul, Hetty, Teresa, and then, like I say, there are a whole bunch of other people that mentioned it. So thank you very much. We're naming this rock Robinson's Rock.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of it, for being here with us. We're so excited. We've got so much to do. It really is only just the beginning. Some days it feels like it's just overwhelming, but we're getting there. You know, slow and steady wins the race. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up and give us a like. Subscribe if you haven't already and join us for this incredible journey and leave us a comment.
All right, folks. Thanks very much for watching. We are delighted and privileged and grateful to have you along for the ride.
We really are.
It is so much fun, and we'll see you next Sunday.
See you next week. Say bye.
Say bye.
Yeah.